Good evening, all. I'm just going to wait one more minute to see if we have any latecomers, and then we'll begin. I'm so happy you could join us this evening. Here at the gateway of the year, may we strive to make good cheer. In our revels shall joy abound, and sorrow be cast underground. And that was a short poem by Caitlin Matthews. Hush. Can you feel it? The dancing, whirling magic of the sacred Yuletide season. Do your eyes not see the shimmering, sparkling lights that wink in the heavenly stars above and twinkle in the eyes of rosy cheeked children, hopeful and delighted in the prospect of a snowy Yuletide morn? For this occurrence is one of the greatest gifts from the great bestower, our Creator, given upon man and womankind. The gift of illumination, of rebirth, and the opportunity to truly seek and manifest peace on earth for all peoples and all nations. Let us all consciously step away from the time and space of our busy, humdrum mortal lives and raise an overflowing chalice of kindness, goodwill, and love. Then drink deeply, sharing this draught with each fellow man we greet along our way. For we can usher peace on earth with each smile, with each handshake, with conscious listening and compassionate understanding, while embracing our differences and acknowledging our similarities. We possess this mighty power to unite mankind and heal our planet. Following in the footsteps of our bygone ancestors, let us surrender and emulate the primordial forces of nature. For it is time to retreat and withdraw deep within, cognizant of discarding tattered, outworn vestiges that have outgrown their purpose, yet wrapping our achievements, future goals, along with our desires and dreams, snugly around us like a cozy, warm blanket on a cold winter's night, to nurture deep within, like the seeds that sleep deep in the earth, awaiting spring's calling. May be there temperance in every word you speak, for there is power and influence from every utterance you release into the world. For every action you take, there will be a reaction. Being able to maintain evenly balanced scales is an achievement mastered through constant vigilance and self-will, attributes we all possess, some very deeper than others, but readily available when called upon. As you think back and ponder upon the past year, do not be quick to judge yourself harshly for mistakes or wrongdoings you may have committed. It is never too late to right certain wrongs or to try to understand why such trespasses were ever expressed by yourself in the first place. And for those who have trespassed against you, Do not ingest, integrate, or personalize such negative actions, for you have that choice to do so. So choose wisely. From a stance of balanced neutrality, stand in your assailant's shoes and try to sense the origin of such hostility, understanding that many times such actions are birthed from fear. Respond by offering silent, impartial forgiveness and compassion, with the understanding that what you project outwards is reflected back within yourself. Winter solstice is a time of great, majestic illumination. Ted Andrews, in his book, Nature Speak, and I quote, "This is the time of year in which the inner light is kindled in spite of outer darkness. It is a time to go within and free ourselves from separateness. The universal rhythms converging upon us are keyed to enable anyone who is seeking to awaken their interior gifts and light. Winter solstice is a time in which spirit can begin to have dominion over the physical, a time when we open to spiritual insight that penetrates all of our earthly experiences more deeply." End quote. And John Matthews, in his book, The Winter Solstice, informs us that the solstice is a time of quietude, of firelight and dreaming, when seeds germinate in the cold earth and the cold notes of church bells mingle with the chimes of icicles. Rivers are stilled, and the land lies waiting beneath a coverlet of snow as we watch the cold sunlight and the bright stars above. All around, the season seems to be reaching a standstill, a point of repose. Then, as the solstice sun moves across the heavens, the new year awakens. The darkness is dispelled, the days grow longer, and we prepare for new beginnings. Christopher Penczak, in his text regarding the turning of the wheel, suggests to celebrate the winter solstice by focusing on the rebirth of the sunlight in your life. Invite the God of light into your circle and into your life. Light candles to indicate the dawning of the light in darkness. You can meditate on the light, drawing the sun's power not only into your bodies, but through you and into Earth Mother. Do healing for your inner child and play with the light of the inner child. Bring blessings, merriment, and festivities to your home by exploring the energy of the child of the sun. Allow yourself to take the time to acknowledge and observe the four directions and their influence on this solstice eve. So, facing north, north, it is generally associated with cold, the earth, with challenge and endings. It is a place of ice and snow, of things waiting to germinate and be born. It is winter. facing east, which brings with it the idea of awakening, of the new life that spreads through the world in springtime. It is the direction of air, of peace, and of triumph of the spirit. Facing south, it is the direction of fire, of the heat of life burgeoning and ripening in the earth. It is where we seek the roots of our lives, the stability that the hearth fire brings. Facing west, the west is the area of water, of restless seas and wandering spirits. It brings the blessing of movement, motion, emotions, seeking new direction as the year begins its journey through fall and now into winter. I'd just like you to take a moment now and sit quietly, closing your eyes. Taking a nice deep breath. Focusing on your heart and your beautiful illumination that resides within. This eve is a very magical evening. Invite your inner child to express the magic that wishes to enter into your life. A very, very special time of year. Allow yourself this freedom. Allow yourself to step out of the everyday routine. And be that child once again. Allowing yourself to see the beautiful wonder that's behind every corner, under every rock. See the beautiful light in your partners, your friends, and in strangers. Share your light with all you come in contact with, for it is a beautiful gift to share. So, as we're coming closer to the end of our program, I ask that you all give yourself a Yuletide gift. The gift of listening to your needs. Listening to your needs. Make a list of the real wants and needs that you have within you. Make a present to yourself of one of the things you listed. Give yourself the gift of more time for yourself. That's a hard one. It's a hard one, but it's a discipline. Give yourself the gift of time for yourself. I'll tell a lot of people that sit with me that even if you have to open up your weekly planners and block out time, it's so very, very important. Very important. Speak out about the desire for recognition of the person you really are. And do you honor who you really are? Do you even know the wonderful you, the beauty within you? Take and welcome joy within you. Showers, flowers, powers, hatfuls, capfuls, lapfuls, treasures, measures, measures, pleasures, all be yours to enjoy. And again, that was Caitlin Matthews. So I don't want to keep you too long because I understand how busy we all are and a million little things to be done. So, as I have done in the past, I'd like to close by reading, again, this is a beautiful book from John Matthews, The Winter Solstice. And I've done this before, and it's called Between Darkness and Light. It is within the darkness and the silence that the magic of Christmas starts. Somewhere between the glimmer of lights and the first breathless moment when children come stumbling like newborn angels into morning light. Within the darkness and the silence, we sit, watching wonder evolve into form. Where we enter the ringing silence in which the first bells of Christmas sound the music of the soul. Where the morning joy begins with a single choir and carol and a half-forgotten tune. It is here, between the darkness and the light, that we wait, uncertain, seeking the moment that challenges us to believe in a freshly minted miracle born every Christmas day. And again, that was John Matthews. Okay, so I, and especially the journey within, thank you for allowing us to enter your home on this ever magical eve of winter solstice. And in Celtic traditions, the solstice begins now and continues into the next days and actually weeks, if you will. May good health, happiness, peace, and joy, but especially magic, be showered upon you and yours during this Yuletide season. Again, I thank the Journey Within and Reverend Joe. And Reverend Janet, I love you. You're in all our hearts. Merry Yuletide season. So, good night all, and may the God and Goddess bless you. Thank you for joining me.